Okay, hold up. Big. Holy shit. Oh my. Holy shit. Yes. This is the moment I was waiting for. You know, I just got done finishing the newest season of Invincible. Okay, and then I come back. I'm scrolling. All right, seeing if I missed anything. And dude. All right, for any of you doubters that she isn't going to be a 2-in-1 character, do you need further proof than this? Okay, do you need further proof, right, and further evidence that supports it? What do we got? Cartethyia and Fleurdelys both. All right, and ever since they kind of merged, she is now just known as Cartethyia. Both are Cartethyia, pretty much. Let's be real. This is probably the most hyped character in the entire game right now. It's gotta be, right? Maybe Scar and Geshelin are close, but I don't know. I think she is probably the most hyped currently. Both of them are so fucking amazing. Holy shit. You guys gotta save your wallets. Start saving part of your money from your checks. Okay? Save it all for this. Save your polls. Okay? This is who we need. And let me tell you what. I know Kuro is going to knock it out of the park with this character. This character is gonna have the most insane gameplay ever. I guarantee you that. Okay? Okay. Let's stop yapping a little bit. Let's read what we got here. So, the truth is a beacon in the maelstrom of my life. Cartethyia. Let's read the archive here. The powers of the Sentinel and Thernodian clash and unite within her. That's right, guys. Not only is she a Sentinel resonator, she is also a Thernodian resonator, technically. Okay? But now they are one. They both have this power. They are one being, pretty much. Propelling her into an uncertain future. Whether the future is bright or dim, she will hold the blade firmly and confront all that comes her way. I think this character is the best. She is going to be a really good character. She's going to have some insane character development in the coming future. Because if you guys remember, she was telling Rover that she wants to overcome him. She wants to be better and get stronger. We're going to see some insane shit. Dude, I can't believe. Finally, dude. I drink a yoo-hoo to that. I wish you were here right now. Holy shit, next patch is gonna be insane. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Someone please tell me Chacona isn't Cartethia's best teammate so I could save. Listen guys, there's a good chance she is. Let's be real. But here's some speculation, some predictions. Okay, she's obviously gonna be Arrow. Okay, we already saw that with her cube thing. And she also did arrow damage as her weekly boss. So not only does her weekly boss do arrow damage, but her cube in the anniversary event states that she does arrow damage. Based on the other cubes having very similar things to the actual abilities that they have for their characters, there's a good chance that Cartethyia is a whole teaser. Alright, so not only is she gonna be shooting down swords like the Gate of Babylon from Gilgamesh, okay, she might do that. Some of the attacks from the weekly boss might be present too, which would be cool because a lot of her all her attacks from her weekly boss are really amazing. But let's continue speculating here. So arrow erosion for sure. Now, when Arrow Rover released, he wasn't that useful. Let's be honest. Arrow Rover kind of had a bad timing of release. He wasn't really that good. Let's be real. He's only pretty decent for Geon teams, okay? But other than that, he's not really that good. And neither is the Echo set that came along with him. Now, I think Arrow Rover will be one of Cartethia's best teammates. But the way Arrow Rover works is that he has to consume Spectral Frazzle stacks to apply air erosion. So it might be gimmicky unless Cartethyia also applies Spectral Frazzle, but I doubt that. But if you have Phoebe, it could work. And don't worry about like not having a character like Verena or Shorekeeper, because Arrow Rover can heal and also buff arrow damage. So in a way, he is replacing Shorekeeper and Verena. So there's that. But the reason why I say Phoebe is because Phoebe can apply a bunch of Frazzle, and then it might be gimmicky. I won't lie, it might be a bit more clunky and gimmicky to pull off, but we'll have to wait and see. But you could do Phoebe, all right, apply some Frazzle, then swap to Arrow Rover, consume those into Arrow Erosion, and do something like that. It could also be a similar thing where Cartethyia works like Zani, where instead of like how Phoebe needs like 10 stacks of Frazzle to do more damage, it could be like Zani where she just starts consuming this stacks and then doing all that shit, right? But we're not gonna beat around the bush here. Chacona is definitely gonna be the best, if not one of best, for Cartethyia as a teammate. Because we already know Chacona is gonna buff arrow damage and shit like that. She's gonna be an arrow support. So, but with that information, I want to tell you that Wuthering Waves has always been a game where you don't need the full meta team. All right, you don't need to be a meta slave. Literally, you can work with other characters to substitute. Sure, it's gonna feel a bit different, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. If you need to sacrifice a Chacona to get you a Cartethyia, that is a perfectly okay sacrifice. I think anyone can agree. All right, I'd rather have a Cartethyia than a Chacona. Deadass. I'd rather settle with some other shit just to have Cartethyia. Deadass. I don't think anyone can argue against that logic, okay? This character is going to be Kuro's most insane work yet. I can guarantee you that. I'm super hyped. I know I said I was going to test the waters and throw a couple pulls at Chacona's banner. I already had a feeling Cartethyia was going to be next coming out, but I also had a slight feeling that maybe not. Maybe they would have teased some other characters. I wasn't too sure. But, you know, original plan was going to throw a couple tennies at, you know, Chacona banner and see what happens. I don't want to do that anymore, to be honest. I'm just going to save everything I got because I'm now 50-50. I now must save. Alright? Not only do I want a Cartethyia, but I also want to get her weapon for fucking sure. Every single time I forget about the animation here. Hold on. No way. Awesome, dude. They went with that song, bro. One of the best songs I've ever heard in a gacha game. Bum, bum, ba-da-da. Oh my god, dude. Who's excited? I'm guessing not 99% of you guys are excited because, dude, this character is so good, bro. So good. And a 2-in-1 character, so good. Amazing personality, amazing everything, dude. Amazing design. One of the best character designs I have ever seen out of a gacha game. I'm gonna be honest, this is probably my... Actually, Cartethyia and Fleurdelys are my favorite character designs I've ever seen in a gacha game. I gotta mention that this sprite right here, this little picture, this art, that shit is so good looking. And I really love how we see the Sentinel in here. I'm really mad at myself. I forgot the Sentinel's name. Imperator. Okay, that's it. That was its name. Okay, so we see Imperator here, and I think that's awesome. But you notice we also see the Thernodian here. Now they kind of teasing it. I forgot what the Thernodian was called too. Leviathan. That's its name. Okay, yeah, makes sense. This has got to be the best sprite ever. The best art, best splash art I've ever seen. I'm just gonna be thinking about this too much. I don't think I'm sleeping tonight. Not one bit. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm excited as shit, and I bet you guys are too. Have a good one. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.